do you know what we're here for? You know we're here about AG.
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No,
what you're
ain't
reading.
nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Are your feelings hurt?
Her words down.
Aw.
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really? Why don't you debate me?
Mr. Chairman, the minority.
It's pretty self-evident.
You're not.
Yeah, you're
out
not.
of order.
You don't have enough
You're out of order.
intelligence.
Chair recognizes Mr. Perry.
Okay, move to strike the.
There's a lot of over talking, but as far as we can make out, and you can remove your false eyelashes too.
If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
You just voted to do it.
Y'all did it first, so you don't want to talk about
voted to do it.
Order.
Come and talk shit about her. Y'all gonna have a problem.
Mr.
They identify as clerks.
Like as clerks.
That what?
You're not respecting their identity?
You will never get an apology out of me.
Today we start with the aftermath of the Real Housewives in Congress when Marjorie Taylor Greene and Jasmine Crockett, along with AOC and Anna Paulina Luna, all got into it during the markup hearing on whether or not to hold Attorney General Merrick Garland in contempt of Congress. And while this should not surprise anyone, Jasmine Crockett is now claiming racism, saying that Marjorie Taylor Greene was attacking her blackness by mentioning her fake eyelashes. Now, normally I would just do a video showing the original interaction, the back and forth between them, and then that would be the end of it. However, the media response and the response by Crockett has been hilarious in the past couple of days. I don't know how many interviews she's done in total, but I found at least 3 instances where she said how racist it is to mention eyelashes. She also claimed that this was an opportunity to flex on MAGA because she's smarter than everyone else. Now keep in mind, this is the same congresswoman who said that she wished the ATF would run amok.
I honestly wish the ATF would run amok, because we know that seemingly the people that run this chamber don't have the courage to come up with one of the things we've heard is common sense regulations when it comes to guns.
So now I'm going to play a couple clips of her talking about the super duper racist term you're not allowed to discuss, fake eyelashes.
That was all about her race baiting, because I felt like she was launching out at me specifically because of my blackness. I felt like I could not just sit there and allow them to think that they would be able to get away with continually demeaning me and nothing happening.
They encouraged me to be who I am because I really am doing and experiencing things that so many other Black women are experiencing, but unfortunately, their stories aren't highlighted. And I also took this as an opportunity to, again, flex on MAGA and let them know that I will always be smarter than you. You can call me a DEI hire all you want to and lodge all the other insults that they continuously lodge against me. But she is no match for me when it comes to intellect. She just decided, oh, you know what? I've got privilege, so I'm just going to say whatever I want to say and then lean back. And that's exactly what she did. And she knew that she would face no consequences, or at least she thought she would face no consequences. I refuse to be somebody's doormat, and anybody suggesting that I should, I need you to look in the mirror.
Greene brushed off any criticism that she got over the last 24 hours, writing this: AOC isn't intelligent. Jasmine Crockett has fake eyelashes. These aren't attacks on personalities. These are just facts. First of all, I wonder, in that moment in the hearing room, why did you react the way that you did to the comment that Marjorie Taylor Greene made about you?
So I want to clarify that I actually did not react instantaneously. I actually was trying to allow the process to work. So you heard from AOC, who is our vice ranking member, and you heard from Jamie Raskin, who's our ranker, as we attempted to go through the process. And there was an agreement. And of course, Marjorie had to be Marjorie, and she refused to actually apologize. Therefore, I needed clarification as to why the chairman refused to actually take her words down, which meant that she would be kicked out of the committee room for the rest of the hearing, which would have been appropriate.
Now, the part that I think really kind of, frankly, caught the internet afire is when you described Greene in this request for clarification as a bleached blonde, bad-built butch body, which I had to look at my notes to read. Any regrets about that kind of language, especially given that you were trying to make a point, frankly, about decorum in the hearing room?
I have no regrets. And I'll tell you why. Because Marjorie Taylor Greene is the type of person that if you give her an inch, she'll take a mile. And the fact that they continue to allow her to break the rules of decorum over and over and over, whether it's the State of the Union that the president is delivering and she's wearing a MAGA hat or otherwise. The reason that she didn't have committee assignments before was because she did not know how to conduct herself as a member of Congress. And so if I just sit there and say, oh, well, Marjorie said it about me, what's to stop her to continue to do it again and again? And at the end of the day, I was elected as a representative of Congress, but that doesn't mean that I'm supposed to be somebody's doormat.
So you also called Greene racist for what she said about you. Why is that?
Yeah. Because as I've received so many amazing compliments from MAGA America throughout my time in Congress, a lot of times when I would go viral, instead of them trying to address the things that I laid out in a very factual way, what they would try to do is say, oh, look at her hair, or look at her nails, or look at her lashes. And they would all then associate anything that I do as a form of beautification with being quote unquote ghetto. And so to me, she was just basically repeating the nonsense that MAGA world is constantly putting out there, because I am not the only woman in Congress that wears lashes. And there are women on her side of the aisle that wear lashes as well as hair extensions. But she's never felt like that was a dig that she needed to take at anyone, except for me, a Black woman who sits on the committee. And then, of course, she went after AOC and called her unintelligent, a brown woman that sits on the committee.
CNN actually asked her for comment, and this is a statement that we received. She said the only member that brought up any reference to color was Congresswoman Crockett. She's putting that on you.
I brought it up when we were in committee. It definitely did not come up. When I was asked about whether or not I felt like she was being racist, I told the truth, which was absolutely yes. But ultimately in committee, that was not part of the conversation whatsoever.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No,
what you're
ain't
reading.
nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.